Hi guys, welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Today's video is on 7 classic rock bands that broke up too soon. Now this is according to American Songwriter. And I've got to agree with probably most of them. See what you think. Take a look. Of course, the Beatles. Trying to pinpoint a single reason for the dissolution of the world's greatest rock and roll band is a fool's errand. Desire for time spent with their significant others, artistic ambitions that were hemmed in by the group setting, frayed nerves, and probably the biggest cause, financial disagreements, all pitched in to cause the Fab Four to go their separate ways. After recording and release of Abbey Road in '69, the public would know for sure until Paul McCartney announced in 1970, breaking up when they did make it possible for them to leave behind a pristine catalog, which only raised demand for a reunion throughout the 70s. John Lennon's death denied that possibility, although the 3 remaining members did record on top of a few Lennon demos for the 1995 anthology project. Led Zeppelin. It would have been very easy for Zeppelin to recruit a new drummer after the death of John Bonham in '80, as the Who did, and continue their hard-rocking ways instead of calling it quits like they did. Truth be told, there were signs that the quartet were winding down even before the tragedy. The rigors of the road was taking their toll, as Jimmy Page and Bonham had largely checked out by the '79 album In Through the Outdoor, leaving Robert Plant and John Paul Jones to piece it together. Page and Plant have recorded together since the breakup, and the 3 remaining members have played live on a few occasions. The less said about their Live Aid appearance, the better. But they never again made Led Zeppelin a full-fledged recording or touring outfit. The Police. The Police's '83 album, Synchronicity, I can never pronounce that word, I'm sorry, just the 5th release of their career, cemented them as seemingly unstoppable commercial and critical force. What the public didn't know was that the relations were so bad among the 3 group members was the album almost wasn't even made. Took a group meeting a few weeks into the sessions before they finally decided to go through with it. Sting was writing most of the songs and had a solo career in mind, while Andy Summers and Stuart Copeland were growing resentful about Sting's dominating their records with his songs. They would get back together for a well-regarded tour in 2007 and 2008, but that's probably all we're likely to see from this trio. Pink Floyd. This breakup was one of the nastiest. Roger Waters was slowly assumed chief songwriting duties throughout the 70s, and by '83's The Final Cut, Rick Wright had been fired. Dave Gilmour and Nick Mason were essentially session players. That also meant he was in charge of the band's artistic direction, which started to wear on ace guitarist Gilmour. Not to mention the fact that Waters and Gilmour just didn't get on that well. When they separated, a court battle over rights to the band's name ensued. Waters eventually relented, allowing Gilmour to record and tour with Mason and Wright. Although they've sniped in the press ever since, at least the original 4 put on a wonderful performance at Live 8 in 2005. The band. The camaraderie that once distinguished the band began to wear thin in the middle of the 70s. Robbie Robertson felt the commitment of the other members was waning due to excess, and personal problems. Levon Helm felt that Robertson was hogging songwriting credits on tracks that had been group efforts. At least the band in its original incarnation went out with a bang with The Last Waltz, a star-studded send-off concert that displayed their chemistry on stage. Helm, Rick Danko, and Garth Hudson soldiered on following Robertson's departure and Richard Manuel's death with a few more albums, while Robertson forged a successful solo career. But The Last Waltz was indeed the final time that the original 5 men performed together. Cream. One of rock's first power trios, Cream made music with combustible force that was matched only by the validity of the intra-band relationships. The main issue was that singer-bassist Jack Bruce and drummer Ginger Baker didn't get along when they were members of the Graham Bond organization. And relations between them didn't exactly improve once they joined up with Eric Clapton to form Cream. A charged chemistry fueled the band's output, but it also made it likely they'd be short-lived. It didn't help that Clapton stopped believing in the electric psychedelic blues that they were playing, in part because he heard the debut record of the number 5 on this list, The Band, and believed that he would be heading in that direction. Cream did reunite for a handful of well-regarded shows back in 2005. Eagles. No one could have predicted that following their massive 76 album, Hotel California, that the Eagles would make just one more album together before breaking up. The elongated sessions for their 79 album, The Long Run, had only served to rev up the animosity among the group members. With Don Henley and Glenn Frey out in the spotlight as chief singers and songwriters, the other members felt slighted. You have to give them credit to the band for going out in an inglorious blaze, though. Their final live performance in 1980 was marked by Frey and guitarist Don Felder threatening each other all concert long. This breakup had more of a happy ending, in that they reunited in '94 and rejoined the ranks of active bands. But it wasn't all smiles. Felder was fired in 2001 and promptly sued his former band. And now they're on their final tour. And they're on that final tour with Vince Gill. I just never thought, wow, Vince Gill and the Eagles. I mean, very talented guy, and what a range he's got. But the Eagles, works out. It worked. That's all I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget about classic TV facts and trivia. Head on over there, check it out. Please subscribe. Please subscribe here. Don't forget to like this video. Have a great day. God bless you. And as always, I'm praying for you.